Halfway between Jerusalem and Jericho is a site that was so well and nicely developed by the Nature Parks Authority, the Good Samaritan Inn, the Museum of the Good Samaritan Inn. What is the source of the name of the site? A parable expressed in the Gospel of Luke chapter 10 about a man going down from Jerusalem to Jericho, attacked by robbers, left wounded on the side of the road. Nobody would help him but a Samaritan. Is it a real story? Frankly, no. It's a parable told by Jesus, but over time that parable turned into a real site, and pilgrims would come and venerate this place. In our times, this place is also a nice museum of mosaic floors. Here we have one mosaic floor of Byzantine times, which shows you themes of nature and wildlife, and the whole thing looks like a villa or a Christian church. But in the inscription in the middle, it mentions one named Menachem, a timber merchant. This place is therefore, in Jewish context, maybe a synagogue. And inside the air-conditioned building, there are many more interesting mosaic floors. The much appreciated air-conditioned building where most of the mosaic floors are presented reflects the three groups of people which are mentioned in the parable of the Good Samaritans: the Christians, the Jews, and here, the Samaritans. The Samaritans are real people living among us to this day, a proud community of about 700 members whose holidays and daily life is of great interest, but that's a show by itself. This museum presents some original mosaic floors of the Samaritan ancient synagogues, as well as artifacts which were found in thorough excavations taking place on the top of Mount Gerizim, which used to be the site of the Samaritan temple in antiquity. In the courtyard just outside the museum, one can also see the original apsidial church that used to be here in Byzantine times, partially reconstructed, including the nice wooden roof. And the whole thing is situated just outside of Jerusalem. In the back of the church, one can clearly see the ridge with Mount Scopus and Mount of Olives. Since its opening, the site has also evolved into a pilgrimage attraction. Several pilgrim groups also stop here to contemplate and pray over the event documented again in the New Testament, Luke chapter 10, the parable of the Good Samaritan.